How's it going, everybody? Rye here today, and we are back with your Boston Red Sox, ready to go in the playoffs for the second time in a row. And the third season, second time, it's pretty darn good, I'd say. Obviously year one was us kind of cleaning house, and just trying to get the team in a position where we don't have guys making 20 million who are 35 years old or something like that. And then last year we had a really good run. We just came up short. The pitching really let us down, and that's supposed to be our strong suit. But this year I think we're ready to go and make a deep run. We've got Toronto in round one. Then we've got the Yankees in round two if we make it past the Blue Jays. It's going to be an all AL East affair. Unfortunately, there's no ALS team on the bottom half of the bracket, so we are not going to be able to see all AL East teams all the way through the ALCS. That would be kind of crazy. But to start, we do have Toronto. Let's go ahead and show you guys what we have to start. Obviously, you guys know Shohei, Cease, Skubal, Whitlock, Melendez. I can pretty much trust every single one of them to be a fantastic pitcher for us. And then we got Sean Murphy, who we traded for, who's continuing to improve. I mean, look at the improvement in his contact, his discipline, his clutch, and he's still a great fielder, right? So he's been phenomenal for us. We've got Pete Alonso and Mac Jackson. Mac Jackson's now up to an 80. He's got one of the better bats, and is making me think about Pete Alonso as just a one-year guy that we then move on from. However, he is also growing really nicely. Gavin Lux, the guy we gave a good contract to, 5 years, 11 million, I believe, per year. And, we really looked at him as the guy that was going to replace Story, which made Story expendable. At shortstop, it's Royce Lewis. He can pretty much play anywhere. Marcelo Mayer got sent down at some point, and I don't know if I can actually fix that at this point. And obviously, you guys know it's Rafi Devers. He continues to be amazing, even though it's a little bit of a down year for him. Out in the outfield, we got Alex Verdugo in left, Brian Reynolds at center, and then Trace Thompson and Hunter Renfroe platooning. Trace Thompson is just so elite at hitting against righties that, he creates so many runs. You face so many right-handed pitchers, and 80 runs created for a guy that's making 2.2 million is absolutely up my alley. And you guys can see we are the best team overall. 23rd in speed though, second in contact, second in power, first in pitching, and pretty average in defense. And the bullpen, Hader got bumped from his closer position, but we got Houck, Giancarlo Ramirez, Marshall Ash, Schreiber, Loizaga, Alcala, and Brogdon. So everything looks good. Dante Gutierrez is apparently up right now. Why is Dante Gutierrez in the majors right now? Center fielders? No, he's not. I don't know why. It looked like he was, but he's not. So, as far as what we have in the outfield, I think I'm fine with it. We have 6 outfielders. Infielders, there's really no concern here. I would have liked to bring up Marcelo Mayer, but next season he's probably going to get the majority of the at-bats. But guys, I don't want to waste too much time here. Let's take a look at the roster for the Toronto Blue Jays. They should be, they're going to be here. It's alphabetic. There we go. So they still have Vladimir Guerrero. They've made some moves. We've saw them sell off important players, but they're still a top team. Obviously, Alek Manoah, and then Kevin Gausman. And it really does kind of fall off with Jose Barrios, Robbie Ray, and Domingo German. In the bullpen, they've got Yohan Duran, who we've seen plenty of. I played him a ton. Eric Swanson, it's a really solid bullpen, actually. And then Clay Holmes and Jordan Romano. It's a really good bullpen. So we got to get at their starters quickly, and so we can maybe churn through the rotation early, right? Alejandro Kirk, one of the best catchers in the game here. And then at first they got obviously Vlad Guerrero Jr. Second, Santiago Espinal, who's a great contact guy there. Jonathan Scope here at third. Pretty solid all-around player. And then Jorge Mateo, the speedster. So got to keep him off base. And then Bryce Terang here, as well as the backup shortstop. Out in the outfield, they got Dalton Varsho, who looks really good. Great fielder, not the best arm, but a guy that's going to basically just get a bunch of putouts and solid power as well. Garrett Mitchell in center, again, good arm, not as great of a fielder, but good speed. And then out in right, they got Seiya Suzuki, who they traded for. I believe this is the guy that they traded from the Cubs. They gave up some of their important or interesting looking prospects. And George Springer continues to just decline rapidly and is making way too much money. So he's still not a bad player, right? You can see his batting is still fine. But let's go ahead and get into it here, guys. We've got the first game. It's Shohei versus Manoah. That's a really good opening matchup. We are at home this time. I believe last year in the wild card, we were the road team. So let's go ahead here. We're at Fenway. I'm going to leave this as is. And then, yeah, we're obviously going to choose Shohei, and then DHing is Shohei. Unless I want to maybe DH somebody else, I'm probably not going to. Since Shohei can bat, we will let him bat. Royce Lewis will be the leadoff guy, and everything's fine. So we're going to go ahead and advance, and let's go. We're just going to pitch, and they start off with a single, a strikeout, a single, an error, bases loaded, strikeout, fly out. Oh my goodness, we get out of an early bases loaded jam, but Shohei did this to us last time too. Last year, he just kind of was not good enough when it came time to early in the wild card round. But we got Royce Lewis with a strikeout, a ground out, and then Devers walks. Pete Alonso grounds out, and so far nothing is through the first. A strikeout, a pop-up, and a ground out. A much quieter second inning, and now Shohei gets to the plate, and he is actually going to get on base. Beautiful to see that. Reynolds grounds into a fielder's choice, so he is safe at first. Unfortunately, nobody in scoring position. Trace Thompson grounds into a double play, and that is that. A ground out, and a strikeout. Beautiful way to go through the third. Verdugo pops up. Sean Murphy grounds out, and Royce Lewis strikes out. So very quiet through 3 so far. Varsho grounds out, Kirk singles, Suzuki strikes out, and Garrett Mitchell reaches on an error, and then we get the pop up there. So a lot of base runners for Toronto so far, not so much for us, but it's still nothing. I'll take it. Gavin Lux grounds out, Devers strikes out, Pete Alonso flies out. You can see, honestly, not too bad. Whip is looking actually really good for Shohei, so maybe I'm overestimating it. A couple errors, though. I don't like to see that. Scope grounds out. Espinal flies out. Ortega singles. Vlad Guerrero is going to get him home with the double, but then we get through it with the ground out. Shohei now at the plate. He's 1 for 1 today. He is going to walk and stay at 1 for 1. Brian Reynolds now is going to pop up. Trace Thompson, can we hit and run? He's going to single. We get runners at the corners. That's huge. And I kind of want to tell Verdugo to get the sac fly. Just get the one home. Sac fly. He is going to score him. Thompson stays at first, and we have tied the game. That's beautiful. Murphy walks. Royce Lewis grounds out. Okay. Shohei looking okay so far. He did give up the 1 run in the 5th, but I'm not too upset about that just yet. Suzuki singles. Mitchell. Ooh, we caught him stealing. That's why we got Sean Murphy, baby. Let's go. And then can he get through Garrett Mitchell here? Grounds out. Beautiful. And I think that may be all of Shohei because, well, I don't want to rush him back, but if we make it through this series, I'd like to pitch him to start, right? Gavin Lux doubles. That's huge. Devers with a 2-run bomb, and we take a 2-run lead off Alek Manoah. Pete Alonso strikes out, and Shohei doubles. Brian Reynolds strikes out. Trace Thompson grounds out. Shohei's through 6 right now. He's given up the 1 run. I'm going to let him, I think I'm going to just see how he does in the top of the 7th here. Strikeout. Single, 1 more batter, single. Okay, I think I'm going to pitching change. We're going to look to Houck. It would be huge to get the first win here. They are going to score 1 run and a 3-run. Oh my God. And I can't sub him out yet. Ground out and a fly out. Wow, Houck absolutely chokes it there. I brought in what was one of our best closers or relievers throughout the year, and he blows it for us. Sean Murphy now grounds out. Royce Lewis strikes out. I guess I'll let Houck continue to pitch. He issues a walk. Pitching change. Let's go for Loizaga, who's been really good. They steal. They get a fly out, and Scope singles. Espinal strikes out. Okay, so we got 2 innings now to jump in and get 2 runs. Gavin Lux. They're going to bring in Clay Holmes. Okay, we've seen him before, actually. I think it's a little too early for me to jump in, but we're going to swing. Devers grounds out. Pete Alonso doubles. Shohei, baby, grounds out. Loizaga gets the ground out. Guerrero singles. Varsho flies out. And Kirk, Guerrero steals, but grounds out. All right, and I think I'm going to enter the game now. It's the bottom of the 9th. We got a chance to walk it off. We're down by 2, though. But a good part of the order, I guess not the best part of the order coming up. I believe Brian Reynolds is the guy that we are coming in with. Holy smokes. My monitor is at a very, very high volume. We have Johan Duran again. Oh, and yeah, we do have Brian Reynolds. It is a foggy day here in October. We do get contact there. It's not the greatest contact. We're going to send him back, but it's not going to do anything. And there is the first out of the bottom of the 9th of game 1 of the wild card. A base hit, hopefully. Oh, a diving stop is going to keep that one in the infield, but Trayce Thompson does get to first for us on a solid hit. It is a base hit. I thought it was going to be a base hit and get through, but I guess not. Now we have Alex Verdugo, the tying run at the plate. A base hit up the middle, and that's a great snag there, and that's probably going to be a double play. Oh, man, a good hit up the middle, but a better snag. And it's back-to-back hits up the middle where their defense, Toronto's, was just good. But, man, a poor game there from us. I mean, we should have had it, right? I brought in Hauk. He absolutely blew it. I probably should have brought him in with a fresh... With a fresh inning, right? Shohei is responsible for 2 of those runs I believe he gave up, but the one of the runs is charged to Hauk. He does take the loss though, and we are now in a position where we need to win both of these games to advance. We have Cease and Skubal, thankfully, 2 awesome pitchers. They've got Gaussman, so this is where we start to get the edge, right? We will continue to quick manage. Hope you guys like that, where I'm only going to commentate the action, whether I strike out, whether I get out, or whether I hit the ball, right? I thought about quick counts, but I thought I'd just take it into my own hands and not get put behind the 8 ball. And here we go. We got Cease. No, we've seen this before, right? Shohei. Shohei is good. Shohei is probably better against righties. We are facing a righty, right? Yeah. Gaussman. No, actually, sheepers. Our team is really freaking good. We'll move Bryan Reynolds down. I know he's got great vision, but Trayce Thompson's got that better bat. And I wish I could just switch what Shohei was doing there, but his energy is lower. Maybe I do want to bring in against righties. Who's really good against righties? Hunter Renfroe is really good against righties. And then, yeah, maybe I will bring in Hunter Renfroe to be the bat instead of Shohei, just so we can get Shohei a little bit more time to rest. I mean, it's kind of like we lose this game, we're done. So maybe I do want that. But I think I'm going to trust Hunter Renfroe and leave Shohei on the bench. But here we go. A leadoff double by Espinal, the ground out, the walk, the strikeout, and a single. A grand slam to start the game from Cease. Oh my God, why does our pitching suck every time I just hit pitch? There we go. All right, Royce Lewis with the leadoff single. I love it. A pop-up there. Devers grounds into a fielder's choice. Pete grounds out. Come on, Cease. 36 ERA is not going to cut it in the postseason. A pop-up, a ground out, and a fly out. Okay, so after the grand slam by Toronto to start the game, they will go 1-2-3 in the second inning there. Renfroe walks, beautiful. Thompson singles. Bryan Reynolds grounds out, but we have runners in scoring position. Swing away, 2 runs scored there with Verdugo. I thought about the sac fly to get 1, but he gets a single, and we are able to score 2 and have the deficit. Sean Murphy flies out. Royce Lewis, who's already 1 for 1 today, is going to score with a double. Beautiful. He brings home Verdugo. And now Gavin Lux is going to score with another double. And we've tied it. Let's go. Rafael Devers now scores a run with another double. All the doubles. We're getting to Gaussman. Let's go. Pete Alonso grounds out. All right. But Cease, now you've got the lead again, buddy. Shake off the first inning. Give me more of what we got in the second inning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what I want to see. Hunter Renfroe lines out. Trayce Thompson triples. Bryan Reynolds, we want the sac fly. His double play got thrown out at home. That's unfortunate. I was like, how does he a double play if he was at third? But that's exactly what happened. He tried to tag up and couldn't quite get there. Suzuki grounds out. Kirk already grounded out. A single there from Mitchell, and then Martinez flies out. Beautiful. So 3 straight shutout innings from Cease. Verdugo now flies out. Sean Murphy grounds out. Royce Lewis grounds out. He can't keep a perfect at-bat, perfect day at the plate going. Jonathan Scope singles. Espinal flies out. Ortega strikes out. Guerrero grounds out. That's what we wanted to see. Whew, okay. Gavin Lux grounds out. Devers grounds out. And then Pete Alonso flies out. He's been poor. Poor. Dylan Cease. I'm going to trust him. Strike out. Fly out. Strike out. And that's why we trust him, baby. Let's go. Hunter Renfroe. I brought you in for Shohei, so let's see what you got. They are going to switch pitchers. Okay. Swanson, he walks. That's 2 walks today for Renfroe. That's beautiful. Trace Thompson strikes out. Brian Reynolds walks. Come on, Doogie. He is gonna, thrown out at home is Hunter Renfroe. And we almost extended the lead just a little bit, but now we got Sean Murphy, who's 0 for 4 in the series. Can we get one? And he grounds out. No, we can't. So we are going to go with the pitching change. And I'm going to bring in Hader's stamina is only 27. I think I'm going to bring in Schreiber. Schreiber, how did he pitch this? He pitched really, really well. So we're going to bring in John Schreiber. Pitch, ground out, pop up. Beautiful. All right. Royce Lewis now. We got the top of the order coming up. They're going to bring in Genesis Cabrera. Okay. So they go with the lefty now. Interesting. Royce Lewis strikes out. Gavin Lux flies out. Devers flies out. Schreiber's still pretty... I mean, that's a pretty well-balanced reliever. That's pretty good. Santiago Espinal grounds out. Ortega singles. Guerrero. They bring in Jorge Mateo. Double play even with the pinch runner. That's huge. Pete Alonso now going to face Adam Simber. Okay. He grounds out. Renfroe flies out. Thompson strikes out, and we are going to go to pitching change. We're going to go to Josh Hader. We're going to go to Hader to see if he can close it out. Varsho, fly out. Kirk walks. Suzuki strikes out. Mitchell singles. Pitch. He walks. Oh, God, I'm jumping in. We're jumping in here for the final. Oh, bases loaded. Oh, my God, I'm jumping in. I have to be perfect on this. On this at bat, I have to be perfect. I'm going to start him off with a slider inside. He's not going to touch it. We're going to go down and away with the fastball. There we go. We just catch the corner. Beautiful. Can we go up and away with the fastball now? He's going to swing and miss at that one. And we are now 1 strike away. Come on, Hader. Strike him out. We catch the corner. And there we go. We're sending this to the 3rd game in the wild card, baby. Let's go. Cease picks up the win. All the runs were scored in the first 2 innings. And I really thought I expect us to score runs now on their starters. I don't expect them to score as many on ours, but Hader, huge 9th inning, 1 inning pitched, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks and a hit. Could have been a lot worse, but I'm glad we jumped in, and we are now 1 win away from advancing to the proper playoffs, I'd say. I don't, the wild card's the wild card, but, we go to the ALDS, it's a bit different. And now we got Skubal versus Jose Barrios. So we're going to quick manage these again. Home, just leave the weather at whatever it chooses. And we got Tariq Skubal here. Shohei might be ready soon, and we got our lefty going. I don't know how they do against lefty, but Barrios is a righty, and I know we generally do well against righties. Shohei is still there. DH, Skubal, no. They're using a righty. Maybe I want to bring Shohei in. He is just DHing. This is a must-win game, right? We can worry about the Yankees later. Maybe we'll start Whitlock and then move to Shohei or something. I don't know, but this would be huge. We absolutely need this, and I think Brian Reynolds goes down for Trace Thompson. That seemed to work out last time. And let's go. Big game here. Come on, Skubal. Beautiful. I love that start. Don't like that as much. And strikeout. Whew. Okay, so 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, I think that was. I can't exactly remember. But anyway, now it's our turn at the plate. Royce Lewis strikes out. Gavin Lux flies out. Endeavors grounds out. All right. Scope grounds out. Springer grounds out. Mitchell strikes out. All right. A lot less noisy on the base paths there in the 2nd inning. Pete Alonso, who's like 1 for 8, goes 1 for 9 now. Shohei strikes out. Trace Thompson flies out. All right. So pitchers duel so far. Strikeout. Solo homer for Vlad Guerrero. It happens. Varsho lines out. It's only 1 though. That's the important part. We got to start getting some base runners on here, guys. They have 4 hits. We got none. Brian Reynolds singles. Double play. Sean Murphy doubles. Royce Lewis singles. We got runners at the corner. Come on. Gavin Lux is going to ground out. And we had a chance there to tie the game, but obviously couldn't sack fly. Here we go. We're going to keep Skubal going here. Suzuki singles. Scope flies out. And Springer strikes out. Devers leading off here. Strikes out. Pete Alonso walks. Beautiful. Shohei lines out. Trace Thompson grounds out. All right, I'm still good with Scooble. I'm still fine with this. A ground out, a pop-up, a double, and a double. 2 RBIs today for Vlad Guerrero. He is single-handedly giving Toronto the lead. All right, Brian Reynolds, I gave you a bunch of money. Let's see it. Ground out. Verdugo, singles. Sean Murphy flies out. Royce Lewis flies out. Oh, yeah. Scooble's energy, holy smokes, is not looking good. So we are going to turn to, I think, Marshall Ash. He's been really good. I want to get him through 2, maybe 3 innings if possible. Ground out. Suzuki strikes out and Scope flies out. That's what I wanted to see, baby. Let's go. We haven't gotten to Barrios at all. Like 0 base runners. Ground out. Devers singles. Pete Alonso double play. That's not what we wanted to see. A fly out. A strikeout. A pop-up. That's beautiful from Ash. Let's go. Shohei grounds out. Trace Thompson flies out. Brian Reynolds pops up. And it's do or die time now, guys. Ash pops up. Gets him to pop up. Guerrero grounds out and a ground out there. Guerrero 3 for 4 on the day, though. We're in the bottom of the 8th now with Verdugo. Come on. Verdugo grounds out. Sean Murphy grounds out. Royce Lewis flies out. Marshall Ash, it's a single. A 2-run shot there. Oh, frickin' A. We're going to go to Hauke. I know he wasn't great. Strikeout, walk, strikeout, error, fielder's choice. And all right, guys, it's 4 runs. It's do or die time. I got to jump in. I can't believe I probably let him go 1 inning more than he should have there. In the, I think it was the top of the 9th, they got those 2 extra insurance markers, but we need to get hot at the plate here. Good news is we got a good part of the order coming up, starting with Gavin Lux. We do pop it up to the outfield, but that's not going to be deep enough, and there is 1 step closer for Toronto. It was a good pitch to hit. I just didn't hit it well, and now we got Devers up at the plate. And shot right back across the mound. It was a high pitch, and it goes right into the shift, into the waiting shortstop. We're now down to our last out, and we need a miracle. Pete Alonso with a well-struck ball. That thing is back at the wall. And there's 1. There is 1. Pete Alonso with a huge solo shot. We made some noise. A big first pitch swing there. Pete Alonso cranks this thing to center field, just left center, just to the right of the monster. And we're not dead yet. We got Shohei now at the plate. Shohei now with a good hit. Poor PCI, but is that going to carry enough? The center fielder's there. He stops. And for the 2nd straight year, we are going to lose in the wild card round after pitching lets us down again. I mean, this game, I wouldn't necessarily say pitching let us down, but certainly in game 1, the bullpen blew it. Scooble was okay, right? 2 earned runs. I can't really criticize him for that. At the top of the 9th, Ash giving up those 2 extra just made it so impossible to come back. But the Blue Jays, a 5-3 win there where Hauke just completely collapses. Cease puts on a show here. And then Scooble, I mean, honestly, Scooble's performance was better than Cease's, but Cease just happened to get the win, and we are eliminated from the playoff contention. And that's a 2nd year in a row. That's really disappointing, really depressing. But guys, we're not done. We obviously have to make it beyond the wild card. We have to win the division. Like, straight up have to win the division, be 1 or 2. And, you know, I think it'll work a lot better for us to not have to play in the wild card. I don't know what it is about Shohei in the wild card. And yeah, I don't know. Oh man, this is just super frustrating to see 2 years in a row us just not make it beyond the wild card. You know, we get to the 3rd game both years so far. But anyway, guys, that is all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.
This a free for all, what we for. This a free for all.